what has it been like working with TGC as a RPO partner?
It's been an awesome experience, particularly in comparison with some other RPO experiences I've had. You and your team have been incredibly responsive. I think you hear me. I think you understand what I'm trying to do, and you pivot when it's appropriate. And it's been very good. ROI has been excellent, and the partnership, I consider it a partnership, and it's been an all good experience for me. Having known some of the players from previous life made it a little easier, but my sense is that you're all over it as the CEO of the company. You're engaged. You've got good resources. I'm enjoying it, and I'm realizing success from it. So I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. And this is going to really help us, understand that are we matching the expectation or not?
Recruiting, somebody once said to me, recruiting is an easy job that's hard. And it is. It's not complex. You need to understand who your customers are. You need to understand what their industry is, what their needs are, what their hot buttons are. But trying to match exactly what they want can be challenging. What we have tried to do together is find candidates that truly do match what our clients are looking for. We do not and will not ever just send resumes. Don't like it, don't want it. As a client myself in past lives, as a hiring manager authority, I never appreciated that. What I did appreciate is people that did all of the work that's required to be successful. And I found that to be the case most of the time with you guys. And when it's not, it's minor alterations, it's minor pivots along the way. So I feel like I've got a real recruiting partner, not just another RPO that decides they're in the business.
Wow. Thank you so much. What was the biggest hiring challenge you were facing before working with TGC? And how did TGC specifically help you solve that?
The biggest challenge for me was keeping up with demand. I believe, and there are probably a lot of people that would disagree that are in this business. I believe that any really, really good recruiter, any really strong, experienced recruiter cannot effectively service a client with more than 3 or 4 jobs at a time. I don't care what the technology is. I don't care what the ATS is. If you're doing a good job for your clients, you're sending them candidates. It's not one every 4 or 5 or 6 or 12 weeks. It's on a regular basis. When they ask us to get involved, it's because they either don't have the expertise, they understand that what they do is manufacture what they do. What we do is find those people that they can't find. And so I want to be able to send my clients a regular supply of really good to great candidates. I'm not doing the hiring, but if I send a candidate resume to a client, I believe in them. I believe that this is a good candidate, or depending on what the circumstances are, good to great. And that gives them choices, and it gives them, timely choices. You guys have been able to find some of these candidates. I still do probably 75% of my own recruiting because I've got an enormous pipeline. I've been doing this a long time. I've got a huge database of local candidates in pretty much every aspect of aerospace manufacturing, some industrial manufacturing. But if I can get those things to my clients quicker, it's awesome. And you guys have helped enable me to do that. If on the regular flow, and I've got at any given time, and this, so on a bad day, 8 to 10 job orders, and these are real, typically, mid to senior level job orders. On a regular basis, 17 to 20 or more. I cannot handle that caseload, that volume effectively. I can handle it forever as long as my clients don't expect to see candidates for weeks at a time. That is not a success that I would tie myself to. You guys have been there. You feel the pain. You feel the need, and I think we've closed the gap. I think you understand what I want. I think you're good with it and you're able to get your people to deliver that. And that's hugely impactful.
Yeah, that's what I think clients expectation is from RPO company to, understand their needs and make their life easy, then, increase your workload.
Well, you know what it is? When they engage a recruiter in our specific space, a lot of people say, well, how much are you? What's the cost? I can't really answer that until I understand what their issue is and what their challenge is. But, what's happening, I've been a CEO in a couple of companies. I've owned a couple. I know at 3 a.m. when they're laying there thinking about cash flow, they're thinking about a brand new CNC machine that might have cost them $1 million is not running because they don't have the right people to run them. There's an enormous cost. There's a cost if a big customer isn't getting their product on time, if they lose a major account. So getting somebody that can help fill these slots quickly with the right people is huge. It's not just spending money on a recruiter. It's about getting your business where it needs to go, getting your customers their orders, getting the parts in compliance with standards.
Yeah.
That knowing that and having you guys understand that has been great. And as I said, typically it takes a while. You sort of close the gap a little bit over time as you work together, as you share concerns and details. You guys get better.
They want exact match. That's when they reach out to staffing company and RPO company. Would you recommend TGC Staffing to other companies? And why would you recommend us?
For all the reasons we discussed over the last 15, 20 minutes, my only concern is I don't want to get the joy and the value diluted by, I do, but I don't. I want you guys to be widely successful. But and I'm just kidding. I don't worry about it, but no, I would endorse you. And, I've said to various RPOs that I've worked with, you got to qualify them. You got to find out, do they want to make a move? Do they really want to make a move, or do they want to waste our time by just having us do some shopping? If we qualify them, if they want to make a move, are they good with the salary? Are they good with the job responsibilities? Are they good with the location? Are they okay with a whatever commute, a 25, 35? I don't want to get a candidate that looks great, and then I realize when I talk to them after I received the resume that they have no interest in commuting 35 minutes. They want to be 15 minutes from home, or whatever the issue is. Or if the salary is 30,000 above what the range is, I don't want that. So having you guys do the qualifying saves me an enormous amount of time. And I find that what I get is factual. It's true. It's not just somebody trying to satisfy a quota of resumes. What I love about you guys is it's not about sending me a bunch of resumes. It's about sending me highly qualified candidates that are engaged, that want to be involved, that want to work with us. And I appreciate that enormously, because nothing irritates me more than somebody wasting my time. As you know, in this business, the way we make money is directly related to how we spend our time.
Yes, definitely.
If we waste it, we're not making money.
Yeah, definitely. I agree that, sending number of resume will not make any difference, but the qualified resume will.
You understand the unspoken, you understand, the nuances, what's not being said in the room. You're not afraid of it. You're open to addressing it and finding solutions if solutions are required. So yeah, I would absolutely endorse TGC.